Have you ever felt something so deep, so unexplainable, that it made you stop and wonder, is Allah trying to tell me something? You meet someone, or maybe you keep bumping into them again and again. It doesn't feel random. It feels meant. Maybe your heart feels calm when they're near. Or maybe your whole being warns you to stay away. But how do you really know if it's a sign from Allah or just a passing emotion? This video was made for you. Yes, you. Because you're here searching for clarity, for answers, for something deeper. Together, we'll uncover the signs Allah places on your path. Those subtle yet powerful signals that you should never ignore. Because here's the truth. Allah speaks to you through your heart. You just need to learn how to listen. Stay with me until the end, because what you hear today could shift how you see that person, and maybe even change your path forever. One doubt and one prayer. When Allah speaks to your heart, there are moments in life when someone enters your world, and nothing feels the same after that. Suddenly, your thoughts shift. Your heart feels different. There's a presence, a pull, something you can't explain. And you wonder, is this from Allah? Or am I just overthinking it? Maybe you feel drawn to this person again and again. Maybe every time you raise your hands in prayer, they come to mind, quietly but consistently. Maybe you sense something greater at play, something beyond logic. But here's the catch. Is this person guiding you toward light or pulling you into darkness? Because doubt begins quietly, then spreads. And before you know it, your heart is unsure, your mind confused. Why do I feel this way about them? Why can't I stop thinking of them? Why do my prayers seem to circle back to them? Could it be that Allah wants you to pay attention? Or is it a test? One that's meant to strengthen your patience, your wisdom, your faith? This is where things get serious. Because if Allah is trying to show you something, but you don't know how to listen, you might end up on a path that was never meant for you. The pure in heart feel what the mind can't yet grasp. Long before logic kicks in, your soul senses what your brain isn't ready to accept. Allah speaks to sincere hearts, planting truths that words can't explain. But the real question is, are you truly listening? There's a big difference between feeling and understanding. Have you taken a moment to actually ask Allah, not just to wonder in silence, but to speak to Him? Because prayer is your most direct, most powerful connection with your Creator. Have you ever said from your heart, "Oh Allah, if this person is good for me, then show me with your light. But if this is just a test, then protect me from falling into illusion." Too often we chase emotions. We see what we want to see. We search for signs in coincidences, in feelings, in fantasies. But have you truly asked Allah to place His light in your heart? A sign you didn't ask for might just be a distraction, but a sign you see after sincere dua, that's guidance. And when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. I respond to the call of the supplicant when he calls upon me. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:186. Silence is never just. Silence after your prayer. If something in your heart still stirs, don't ignore it. Is it your soul recognizing truth? Or your ego clinging to something that isn't meant for you? If Allah shows you a sign and you turn away from it, who else can guide you? Signs you should never ignore. What if the answer you've been looking for has been in front of you the whole time? What if Allah has already placed clear signs in your life, but you haven't noticed them yet? Let's not get it twisted. Allah sends clear signs. It's just on us to pay attention. Some signs are quiet, almost invisible, like a gentle peace that calms your soul. Others feel like sharp wake-up calls, forcing you to choose between what feels good and what is good. But there are a few signs you must never ignore. Sign number 1. Your heart finds peace in their presence. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, when you're around this person, what does your heart feel? There are people who enter your life and bring confusion, drama, unrest. Every interaction leaves you doubting, drained, uneasy. That's not peace. But then there are souls who calm you without saying a word. When they're near, your heart settles. Your mind quiets down. There's no anxiety, no fear, just a quiet ease you can't explain. That's not random. That might be a message from Allah. What is pure will bring you peace. What is impure will disturb your soul. When your heart is agitated, it may be sensing danger. When your heart is calm, it may be recognizing truth. Don't ignore what your soul already knows. Second sign, this person brings you closer to Allah. Ask yourself something crucial. Does this person bring you closer to Allah or slowly pull you away? With them, do you feel more connected to your faith? Do you find yourself inspired to pray more, to grow, to become a better version of yourself, a more sincere, God-conscious soul? Or do you feel the opposite? Do they lead you toward forgetfulness, sin, or compromise? Let's be real. Allah's love is often shown through the people He places in your life. When someone is sent by Him, they don't just love you. They uplift you. They remind you why your faith matters. They guide you back when you're slipping. They inspire you to seek the light when you're drifting into darkness. But if someone leads you into the shadows, if they make you justify what's wrong, forget your prayers, or silence your conscience, then you need to ask yourself, were they sent to bless you or to test you? Because here's the truth. A person who draws you away from Allah isn't a gift. They're a distraction, an illusion, a challenge. Third sign, Allah sends them men away. Only He could have planned. Ever stopped and asked yourself, why did this person enter my life now? Not a year ago, not later, but now, at this very moment. Maybe the way you met felt too perfect to be random. Maybe the timing was surreal, like a script only Allah could write. Coincidences that aren't coincidences. Events aligning too perfectly. A feeling that this couldn't have just happened. Know this, there is no such thing as chance in the decree of Allah. So yes, maybe their arrival means something, but don't rush to call it a blessing. Here's what matters more. Is this a divine gift or a disguised test? Not everything that enters your life with intensity is meant to stay. Sometimes Allah sends a person simply to see what choice you'll make. Is it light or is it temptation in disguise? Is it guidance or a shadow pretending to be a blessing? You may have seen the signs. You may have felt something deep in your chest. But now comes the most important part. What are you going to do with it? Three of Allah's warning signs. Don't get it wrong. We love talking about positive signs, when something feels right, when we feel peace. But what about warning signs? What about the moments when Allah is actually protecting you not blessing you. Sometimes Allah doesn't open a door, not to punish you, but to save you from what's on the other side. And if you ignore those warnings, you risk chasing something that will only hurt you in the end. Let's talk about 3 clear signs that Allah might be telling you. This person is not right for you. First warning, your heart is filled with doubt and distress. It's normal to be unsure, but there's a difference between that and feeling like your heart is at war with itself. If being with this person fills you with anxiety, confusion, or deep unease, if every time you ask Allah for clarity, you feel more unsettled, that's not peace. That's a warning. Ask yourself, why doesn't this path feel light? Why does it feel like I'm walking in fog? Allah doesn't leave sincere hearts confused without a reason. Sometimes no answer is the answer. Don't ignore a heart that feels heavy. Don't silence your inner discomfort just because you want to keep someone in your life. What's truly good for you will never destroy your peace. Second warning, you start compromising your faith. It doesn't always start big. It's small things, little justifications, quiet changes. You tell yourself, it's okay, just this once. You make exceptions. You push limits. You use to protect. And slowly your values begin to blur. If this person makes you lower your standards in deen, if you find yourself doing things you once vowed never to do, if you're walking further away from Allah just to stay close to them, then that's not love. That's a danger. Nothing, no relationship, no feeling, no person is worth losing your connection with Allah. Too many of us trade the eternal for the temporary, convincing ourselves it's love when it's really a trap. And the hardest part? Allah might be showing you the signs, but are you willing to see them? The third warning, you keep facing obstacle after obstacle. You try to make it work, again and again and again, but nothing flows. Every step feels like a struggle. Every moment is met with resistance. Arguments keep happening. Timing never aligns. It's always hard. And yet, you tell yourself, it's just a test. But what if it's not? What if Allah is placing these walls in front of you to protect you, not to punish you? Sometimes we're so attached to our desires that we mistake divine protection for bad luck. If everything with this person keeps falling apart, if you feel heavier, not lighter, if the path is constantly blocked, it's not just life being difficult. It might be Allah gently saying, not this way. It may be that you hate something, but it is good for you. And it may be that you love something, but it is bad for you. Allah knows, and you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2216. Don't ignore the red flags. They're not there to scare you. They're there to save you. How? To ask Allah for a clear answer. You felt the signs. Your heart is torn. You're not sure if this is love or a lesson, a blessing or a heartbreak waiting to happen. So what do? Here's the answer. Don't try to figure it out on your own. Ask the one who knows everything. Allah never leaves a sincere heart unanswered. But you have to take that first step. You have to ask. Net the power of istikhara. Let Allah guide your heart. When you're standing at a crossroads and your emotions are clouding your judgment, there's a way to find clarity. A gift Allah gave to every believer. A prayer so powerful, it hands the pen over to the one who knows the ending before the story even begins. Salat al-Istikhara, the prayer of guidance. It's not just a ritual, it's a moment of surrender. You say to Allah, if this is good for me, in my religion, my present, and my future, then make it easy and bless it. But if it's bad for me, then take it away from me and take me away from it. And decree what is better for me. Simple words, but deep power. How to perform Salat al-Istikhara 1. Clear your intention. Don't seek confirmation. Seek truth. Be ready to accept Allah's will, even if it's not what you want. 2. Pray 2 units of voluntary prayer, focusing your heart completely. 3. Recite the Istikhara dua with sincerity. 4. Let go. Don't chase the answer. Trust that it will unfold. Sometimes the answer comes in clarity. Sometimes it comes through events. Sometimes it's in how your heart settles, or how it doesn't. But one thing is for sure, Allah always answers. So, now I ask you, have you been paying attention to the signs? Have you truly asked Allah to guide you? And most importantly, are you ready to listen, even if the answer isn't what your heart expected? Many believe that istikhara manifests itself through a dream or sudden vision, but the reality is more subtle and deeper. Allah responds in several ways. He facilitates or complicates. If the relationship becomes fluid, if doors open effortlessly, this is a positive sign. But if everything becomes difficult, if obstacles appear again and again, then Allah is showing you that this is not your path. He calms or disturbs your heart. You may feel an inexplicable sense of peace or a weight that you cannot ignore. He distances or brings closer. Without you doing anything, you will see whether this person stays in your life naturally, or if Allah takes them away without you understanding why. This is where your faith will be tested. Will you accept Allah's answer, or will you fight it because it is not what you wanted to hear? Let go and trust in Allah. Your vision is limited. You only see a fragment of your story. But Allah, He sees everything. He knows what is hidden. He knows the invisible. Don't force what is not meant for you. Do not resist what Allah takes away from you. If you want an answer, ask for it. But above all, be prepared to accept it. Trust Allah's plan. Everything has already been written. Before you even met this person, before you even felt anything, before this doubt even arose in you, Allah already knew what was going to happen. Everything that survives in your life has a reason, a place, a meaning. Every encounter, every separation, every trial, every blessing, everything is written in divine decree. And yet, you struggle, you hang on, you try to understand, to control, to remember. But have you forgotten that you don't control anything? If Allah wants a person to stay in your life, no force on this earth will be able to keep them away. But if Allah wants to protect you from them, then nothing will be able to keep them by your side. No pleading, no attachment, no insistence can change what is not already decreed. Stop forcing what Allah does not bless. How many times have you tried to force something that wasn't working? How many times have you turned a blind eye to the obvious signs, just because you didn't want to accept reality? Do not let your human attachment blind you to divine signs. Do not try to twist destiny so that it follows your desires. If Allah placed this person in your life for a reason, they will stay. If Allah wants to keep you away from them, nothing can change that. Your role is not to understand everything. Your role is to trust in the one who knows what is best for you. Listen, pray, and let Allah guide your heart. It is easy to get lost in emotions, attachments, and illusions. But what is difficult is to submit completely to the will of Allah. If your heart is at peace, if this person brings you closer to your faith, if Allah places them in your path in a way that seems almost heavenly, then maybe He is sending you a message. But if everything seems uncertain, if your heart is heavy, if each step towards this person takes you a little further away from Allah, then ask yourself the only question that matters. Was it Allah who sent them to me? Or was it my own desire that imposed them on me? The key, Tawakkul, trusting Allah completely. You can't see what's ahead. You don't know what tomorrow holds. But here's what you can do. Place your trust in the one who does. Tawakkul, unshakable trust in Allah. He sees what you can't. He knows what your heart doesn't yet understand. Everything He gives you is for your good. Everything He takes away, no matter how painful, is protection in disguise. So let go. Let Allah write your story. Because what is meant for you will never pass you by. If this person is truly good for you, Allah will bring them into your life in the best way, at the best time. But if they're not, if they're a test, a trap, a distraction, then trust Allah to take them away and guide you to something better. Don't let emotions blur divine wisdom. Step back, reflect, and above all, pray. Have you ever felt these signs? If these words touched your heart, if you've ever felt Allah guiding you, warning you, or protecting you, share your story in the comments. Your experience could be the light someone else needs right now. What was the moment that changed everything for you? What sign from Allah has impacted you the most? Let's talk in the comments, because sometimes someone else's story is the sign we need to see. If this reminder brought you clarity, leave a comment, like the video, share it with someone who might need it. Subscribe for more reminders that reconnect us with what truly matters. May Allah soften your heart, open your eyes to His signs, and guide you to what's truly best for you. Ameen.